Some people are racing, though, to jump off that bandwagon. The creator of Dogecoin raised some eyebrows when he said he was quitting crypto, tweeting, "Cryptocurrency is like taking the worst parts of today's capitalist system and using software to technically limit the use of interventions which serve as protections or safety nets for the average person." Here to discuss is crypto investor, Castle Island Ventures partner, and Coinmetrics co-founder Nick Carter. Nick, it's great to have you back with us. What do you make of that indictment, especially the idea that it's coming from someone who created one of the most popular cryptocurrencies?
Well, Dogecoin is really just a copy-paste coin of Litecoin, and it really took off despite Jackson Palmer's best efforts. He's always been rather bemused by its success. He hasn't, frankly, been relevant in the crypto space for a long time. And so just creating a copy-paste of a cryptocurrency and having it succeed despite you, I don't know if we should really be giving his opinions that much weight, frankly.
That's totally fair. And I remember when Dogecoin was becoming more popular, we questioned whether we should be even talking about it on CNBC because it was created as a joke. But the fact of the matter, Nick, is that it did become so popular. At one point, it was the third most popular cryptocurrency, and Elon Musk has been tweeting about it. So what does that say about the broader market, about Bitcoin?
Well, Bitcoin exists on its own merits. Of course, there's all these eddies in Bitcoin's wake, which are these largely undifferentiated altcoins. Bitcoin, encodes certain core, deeply held philosophical values and beliefs regarding commitment to property rights, things like that. Dogecoin exists, I suppose, as a mockery of Bitcoin, and it's probably been very successful in that respect. It's caused a lot of distraction, but there is a core community of people that genuinely believe in apolitical, neutral, non-state money, and they're working hard, and we're investing in those people to make that dream a reality. So we try not to focus too much on these, on the clones, effectively.
Tell me what you think the crypto space needs right now, in the sense that I see a lot of people who are bullish on it, saying that, for example, Bitcoin is the solution to everything. But as we have a rise in ransomware and other issues, we have more people calling for the regulation of it. Are there enough voices out there kind of maturely saying crypto is important and here's what needs to happen for it to continue to be viable?
It really depends on the voices that you isolate and identify. Something like ransomware, of course, Bitcoin is not the cause of ransomware. The cause of that thing is simply the fact that there is insecure servers out there. And, cryptocurrency is merely a means to instrumentalize the bounty there. But of course, crime existed with cash. It's, cash is really the favored instrument for criminals. I don't think it's an indictment of cryptocurrency that criminals use it. Ultimately, it's a monetary network that's open to all. And so you're going to get all kinds of actors, licit and illicit. In terms of self-regulation, we are seeing work from the industry. I mean, people are, trying to propose, we're seeing more transparency from miners, for instance. We're seeing more of these self-regulatory organizations get created. So there certainly is progress there.
On the other side of that, Nick, you've got Binance, which is coming under more and more scrutiny, and you say that it could be the gray swan event in crypto.
Yeah, Binance, it doesn't surprise me the regulators are aggressively going after it. They are largely stateless. They don't really have a domicile, so it's going to be very challenging to instrumentalize a crackdown on them. If it does occur, I'd expect to see it through the financial sector, through the banks.